Minneapolis. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Joe Burrow and the Minnesota Vikings versus Justin Herbert and the Atlanta Falcons.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert over the middle, complete to Tate. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
The Falcons send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
On the carry,
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up third.
Burrow on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, a nice spin. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Draymond Jones. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And a short gain there, so get it up only to about the 24.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's
3rd and long. It's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. First play of the drive there is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Incomplete.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
Now it's Burrow.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Scout team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang?
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
This is McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 34. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
6 yards.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Falcons 0.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Falcons 3.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So here are the Vikings to take over. Think back to last week. They dropped that game to the Detroit Lions. Now they're trying to make amends here as they've got the football and the lead. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Smith catches left side.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
46-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. So right, and that's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, it's Cook. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down.
On third down, Burrow. He's going to get this one down to Cook, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Vikings 10, Falcons 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
A gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Herbert off of play action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
7 yards, the pickup there.
And when you're you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
4-yard line.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved. Call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Took nearly the entire 1st half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Draymond Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Loss of 11 yards.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Vikings 10, Falcons 6.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. 9 seconds to play, and likely the final snap of the 1st half as it's 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it is the Jets who have the lead in that one. Kenny Golladay, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. 24-6 was the final score.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Taken in at the 3. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now come the Vikings, they'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Burrow. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
3rd down.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, Good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Man over the middle, and it's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48.
They run. Cook takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
On the carry.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Carried by number 25.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
It's 3rd and 11.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Burrow looking to pass. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the ground, it's Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14. Burrow will throw. Oh, the ball comes out of the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
incomplete.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And this one is right through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6.
13, Falcons 6.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Herbert has him knocked free. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
So out come the Falcons now. Herbert on 1st down now. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Gain of 14. And the Falcon 1st down.
The gun. Herbert. And the This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
First down, Falcons.
Again, Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To the air again, Herbert. He's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Herbert back to the air. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Able to spin free. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now it's Herbert. That one good for 26. And he's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.